Britain is rolling the dice on its economy, and the outcome could hit your wallet next. Are these bold policies a smart fix or a risky gamble we'll all pay for? Welcome to Power and Policy UK, where we cut through the noise to explain the decisions shaping Britain's future. Today's story looks at Britain's economic gamble, bold policies designed to spark growth, control debt, and rebuild confidence in the economy. Supporters say these choices are necessary, but critics warn they could come with serious risks for households. Let's break down what's happening and why it matters. Britain is taking a bold economic gamble, and whether it pays off or backfires could shape the country's future for years to come. Right now, the UK government is pushing ahead with a series of policies it says are necessary to boost growth, attract investment, and fix long-standing weaknesses in the economy. But critics warn these same decisions could increase inequality, strain public services, and leave ordinary households carrying the risk. At the heart of this debate is growth. Britain has struggled with slow economic growth since the financial crisis, and the pressure has only increased after Brexit, the pandemic, and rising global instability. To tackle this, policymakers are focusing on deregulation, tax incentives, and encouraging investment into areas like infrastructure, technology, and green energy. Supporters argue this approach is long overdue. They say Britain cannot rely on cautious, incremental changes if it wants to compete globally. In their view, taking risks now is the only way to secure higher wages and better living standards in the future. But here's where the gamble becomes controversial. Many of these policies depend on long-term benefits, while the costs are felt immediately. Cuts or freezes in public spending, tight fiscal rules, and changes to welfare and pensions are already affecting millions of people. Households facing high rents, energy bills, and food prices are being asked to trust that today's sacrifices will lead to tomorrow's prosperity. For many, that promise feels uncertain. Another key issue is debt and borrowing. The government argues that controlling debt is essential to maintain market confidence, especially after recent financial shocks. That's why we've seen tough decisions on spending and taxation. However, economists are divided. Some believe Britain is being too cautious, missing opportunities to invest heavily in public services and productivity. Others warn that excessive borrowing could trigger market instability, higher interest rates, and even harsher measures down the line. There's also a political dimension to this gamble. Economic policy doesn't exist in a vacuum. Decisions about tax, spending, and regulation shape public trust. If growth fails to materialize, voters may lose confidence, not just in specific policies, but in the broader idea that economic reform can improve their lives. On the other hand, if these policies succeed, they could redefine Britain's economic model and strengthen its position on the global stage. So, are these policies risky or necessary? The honest answer may be both. Britain is facing real structural challenges that cannot be solved without difficult choices. Playing it safe could mean accepting long-term stagnation, but moving too fast or putting too much pressure on households could deepen social divides and economic insecurity. What's clear is that this economic gamble will affect everyone, from workers and retirees to businesses and future generations. The stakes are high, and the outcome is far from guaranteed. As Britain moves forward, the real question isn't just whether these policies will work, but who will benefit if they do, and who will pay the price if they don't. Britain's economic direction is now set on a high-stakes path, and the effects will be felt by workers, families, and future generations. Whether these policies deliver growth or deepen economic pressure remains to be seen. For clear, balanced insights into the power and policies shaping the UK, subscribe to Power and Policy UK and stay informed. We'll see you in the next video.